All right. Hello, this is Haiku here for another historic Pauper test match against Farm. So I've retooled. So after that long drawn out match versus Endless, I realized that I've been kind of gearing my deck I think a little bit incorrectly. So I've reevaluated. I think Tithing Blades aren't as good. So I moved more to 1 mana removal and increased my Torch to Towers. So now I'm 8 1 mana removal spells and only 2 Tithing Blades. And I figure, Tithing Blade bouncing with my bounce creatures will be sufficient. So let's keep this. As far as holding down big creatures that I can't remove with my Torch or my Voltage Surge. So let's see what Farm brings. I really want to play against more Farm and Endless because they have really tuned control decks, and it's kind of very useful to kind of see how the deck lines up in the long games. Like against Endless, I just ran out of threats basically. Okay, I think I'll just go here. It's interesting. Did not expect a draws for a bridge versus Ben. Okay, all right. So let's not waste my. Okay. Do I want to be careful? Yeah, I think I'll be careful. It stinks. Yeah, I really wanted to Wrenn's there to draw into more lands, but I think I'm just gonna be a little bit safe here. So I went back down to 20 lands, so it's very, very important to use the resolves. So the first 2 mana are critical. You can't keep a 1 land hand in this deck. I guess if you have a couple of synths, you might be able to. All right, so now I have the option. I can Torch using Tithing Blade and then Reckoner Raid. Kind of like that, even though I'm still missing my land drop. I think it's still useful. Not a land drop. So, slightly greedy to keep or to be playing with 5 of these cards, but I think it's overall. Alright, great. So now I hit a land on the turn that I was going to cast this anyways, but yep. Just going to do that. Sweet. And I added the full 4 of the Wind-Scarred Crags. So let's go ahead and attack. Trade 2 for 1. Okay. So it looks like he's a little bit more aggro. This card could be either aggro or control, but this card definitely is aggro. All right. All right, so I'm going to Fisher this turn. So what do I want to bounce? I think I want to bounce the synth. And I'm just looking for a land drop in my top 2. So. There we go. Let's get some more white. And then keep the beats going. It's going to be a pretty fast and brutal match here. Every spell he casts, he deals 1 damage to me, and basically also doing something similar. So this is the weakest of the kind of the 1/3 damage dealers, but definitely is going to be a little bit relevant here. Wow. So is he going to tap out? Basically, he can't really block anyways, yeah. Okay, so let's start the turn with a synth and then probably Inspector draw. Sweet. Yeah, that's definitely the weakest card. So I have 2 white, so I'm going to need more black anyway, so let's go black-white. Okay. So the reason why I cut the blades is I was always faced with this decision. If I had the option to sack between... Oop. Did he... Oh, I think he oops because he tap it for damage first. Yeah, he should have tapped the synth and that for damage. So I'm at a virtual... I should have been at 7 life. Okay, does he have one more spell? So no, he would have had 1 more damage, but that wouldn't have won him. All right, so Mechanic, bounce, Tithing Blade. Let's see, do I have lethal? I'm dealing 6. Nope. So I kind of want to hit my Mogis' favor, I think, is what I want to draw toward. I guess also just recasting Tithing Blade is important. But am I going to win if I do that? I don't think I can win. 6 damage. I need 2 extra. Yeah, unfortunate. I think this is going to be my best option here. Alright, so he's got to find 5 damage with the cards he's got. I think it's going to be pretty easy for him to do. And remember, I would have been 1 less life, so I'm technically should have been at 2 life. So now I'm at 1 life. There we go. GG's. Nice and fast. Alright. So this is the deck to play Strangle. Tithing Blades are also reasonable. Okay, Hopeless Nightmare is not where I want to be. A-Dawnbringer Cleric gaining some life is also, and the Navigator's Compass is also very good. Okay, so the worst cards. I mean, he has 1 thing that can get hit by Mogis' favor. I think I'll just keep that. Okay, I don't think the game is going to be down to the Omen of the Dead looping. Okay, 2 more cards. Inspector is looking like the weakest. Inspector is okay. I think actually my impulses, Strangle, Impulse, Synth. They are really important to hit my land drops. Let me go 1 and 1. I think Inspector is pretty relevant still, but I think I'll go 1 and 1. All right, so let's see if I have enough life gain. He's not even splashing blue for I mean, I guess he's playing synth, so you can't really splash for Treasure Cruise in a synth deck. Alright, so 2 life gain. That's a nice way to start, although having so much white lands is a little bit unfortunate. I have 2 removal spells. Even though I have nothing to bounce, I think this is a fine keep. So. Okay. I could also just land my mechanic. Let's just set up. So I can't torch that right now. Go ahead and strangle you. And then let's get... So I have 2 white. So let's get another red, black, and play. Ooh. Spicy tech. Yeah, I think I try to grind this value with this Tithing Blade. What he's going to try to do is try to unload a bunch in one turn to just rack up a little bit of damage, which is scary. I don't really have an answer until I draw some of my early creatures. So maybe cutting my Hopeless Nightmare is also kind of causing me this issue. Okay. So... could Aviary Mechanic bounce life gain land? This is unfortunate, but I think I need to get a clock going. That's why. I'm surprised he's going face. If he just keeps removing my creatures, I don't have enough of a clock to win the game. I guess he didn't exile it, so Tithing Blade then represents a life gain. I wonder if he sided into artifact removal. I don't really like artifact removal to deal with Tithing Blade. Okay, so Tithing Blade, bounce it with Skyfisher, Tekken. Okay. Guess I want to Wrenn's Resolve this turn. It's going to be very close. Wrenn's Resolve versus Skyfisher. Just really depends on how many creatures he has. I think I'm actually going to go this route. Play it a little bit slow. The reason why I'm going to go this route is potentially, bouncing Synth is going to be a lot better if he doesn't have too many creatures. Oh, wow. I think, well, if he's waiting to kind of unload, I don't know why he's... Okay, yeah, so here's kind of what I was drawing for. In the off chance that I get flooded with removal spells, I can just do this. Okay, unfortunate. I mean, I did side up to 12 removal spells because my big concern was his things, his creatures dealing repeatable sources of damage. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and take this out. I have extra Tithing Blades to bounce if I need to. Okay, that's great. Some pressure. So I'll have to think about siding for the next game if I want to play Hopeless Nightmares. It actually might be relevant versus his deck. Okay. Love and Life. That's fine. Nice. Okay. So I think do I synth again? It's a little bit risky. So keep 2 black open. Yeah. Sweet. I mean, I do miss a life gain with that other card, but at least I remove his repeatable source of damage. This will deal me 1 damage at the end, so I gotta be careful when it flips. Like, I might actually like want to keep bouncing it with my mechanics and stuff to stave off it coming into play. I guess I have to do that next turn if I want to prevent that damage. Alright. It's got me pretty low. Okay, that's some life gain. Okay. Let's go ahead and draw for a removal spell here. Oh, that deals me 1 damage though. Alright. Then I'm gonna get another 1 damage from this thing next turn. It's not looking good. Oh, I guess I could have taken off the Trespasser's Curse. Before I attacked. Let's see. So Trespasser, so that represents, yeah, that was 2 damage. So I could have started the turn, Dawnbringer Cleric, get rid of Trespasser's Curse, and then crack, because then I would have been able to gain. Yeah. Let's see. So he only has to get me to 1 life technically, because he's going to deal 1 additional damage on my turn. Oh wait, I just got to stack it right. So it's got to come into play after. So nice, GG's. Oh, so I gotta either put more life gain in or get some more threat. So maybe the Hopeless Nightmares is the way to go to pressure the deck. I did run out of the cards in hand, so I deployed everything. One thing is I couldn't flip the Tithing Blades, which really don't know how I would be able to flip Tithing Blades successfully. Anyway, like flip them faster. Yeah, maybe I have to play 2 of the maps, Navigator's Compass, to be able to draw it more reliably. All right, GG's.